Hello, my name is Simons Onyango, and today I'm going to do a tutorial. I don't know whether it's Java. We'll do a bit of Java, and I want to tell you about a project that I'm doing. I'm doing this project or this dedication called 1,000 days, 100 days. 100 days of code. I'll be coding in Java, making 100 apps and web development as a whole. So web development, I'll do things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP and all that. So it will be random. I'll have different playlists in my channel, so you can choose which one you want to follow. You can follow all of them, be like me. By the way, I'm a beginner. Not really a beginner, but I'm a beginner in coding. I do computer science at Maseno University, going to third year. Now, for the 100 days that I'm going to do coding, it's really good you do coding regularly, because programming is a skill, and like any other skill, you have to practice to be perfect. If you're a drummer, you skilled in plays, you need to practice. If you are skilled in singing, you won't sing if you don't practice. So coding is the same. You need to practice. Just like maths, you have to do it daily, weekly. Every time you think of a problem, solve it, and that's how interesting programming is. So the rules for this game is code for at least 1 hour every day. At least 1 hour every day. You'll set your timer so you can code for 1 hour, not less than 1 hour. Even if you will code in portions, that means 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, but you have to code for an hour. During coding, at least put your phone far from you. Phones distracts a lot of people. Number 2, after coding anything you make in that day, on that day, post it on GitHub. I'm a Kenyan by the way, so you'll see some Kiswahili in my presentations. So post it on GitHub. If you don't know what GitHub is, I'll make a video about GitHub. Tell me in the comments, or find me on Facebook, anywhere. You can call me, tell me to make a video on GitHub. GitHub is a collaboration of programmers. We collaborate, but it's good for code reviews. People will review your code and all that. Share your program of the day in social media so that people can criticize, people can do what. Of course, you love good feedbacks and bad feedbacks. It's good. Then get reviews from others and help. After you will find people asking you how you did something, help them, because the more you help, the more you learn. Okay, that's about the program. I'll also be doing Visual Basic. Visual Basic is a programming language that is action oriented, something of the sort. Visual Basic is for Microsoft. It's action oriented. Whatever you do, when you click a button, that's what it handles and all that. It's very easy, so you will follow along with me. For my number, you can get it where is it? This can WhatsApp, call, or SMS. So okay, that's enough for the challenge. Let's do 100. No, not 100. We start with Java, because 100 of course deals with Java. Now, Java language, if you know Java, Java language is a programming language that is object oriented, it's class based, yeah, it's independent of hardware. Like you write code once, then you can run it on any other machine. It runs with something called JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So long as any machine have that JVM, you can run Java, any Java code that you've written earlier. So that's very nice. It's object orientedness. You write code once, you reuse code, so you don't need to write a lot of code several times. So to do that, you need to have an editor, a text editor, or an IDE. In my case, I'm using an IDE called NetBeans IDE. NetBeans is, I'm using version 8.2 and Java 8. By the way, you need Java JDK for you to develop Java JDK in your machine. I'm using Windows. You could use Mac or any other thing, Linux. Just search on how to do anything. So I'll start a new project to show you the basic structure of a Java class, of a Java program. Let me call it intro. I call it Java. It's Java application. Yeah. Next, basic intro. I mean, finish this. You can install NetBeans. It's very easy. Go to their site, NetBeans, just search NetBeans, install, run. Then I did, of course, I downloaded a plugin called Dakula for the theme and all that. Normally it comes with a black white screen, coding screen. It will be white. So this is a new project. You can see here the projects list. There's this Java application 1, then there is this intro. This intro is what we are going to work on now, and yeah, these ones I was working on them. Let me just close these. Now Java, you can have your projects. You can see there is source packages, there are libraries. Libraries are those that your app needs for, or your software needs to run. You could have a database, text somewhere, Excel. Then you have in your packages, you'll have intro. Then you have a Java class. Java classes ends with .java. Now Java class which ends with .java will be compiled into a bytecode that can be run on a JVM. Now JVM can run any other bytecode. Okay, that's enough. It gives you these comments. We call them comments. Now Java have a package. This is the basic structure of a Java app. You have a package up there. This is the structure. Java package, that's intro. Then we have a class. Everything in Java must be inside a class. Everything you write must be inside a class. If I write a code here that's not inside a class, it's correct, but it's not inside a class. It must be inside a class. Class interface or enum expected. You must have a class to have Java. In Java, you must have a class. In like PHP, where you can write anywhere. So this is a class. A class is like a blueprint of an object. A class can contain things like variable. I hope you know what a variable is. But if you don't know, variable is just a memory name. I'll talk about it soon. Now, in Java, we have things called comments. In programming generally, not only Java, comments, they help programmers to explain their codes. You explain your code. For example, this a multi-line comment. I could write another one here. I could write another one. If I do this, it gives me that, then I can write. Now, comments are not compiled with your project. They are not part of your project. They are part of your project, yes, but they are not interpreted. The compiler does not interpret them, meaning they are ignored by the compiler during compilation. Even if you do something wrong, that's just spelling the red thing, but it's ignored totally. You could comment in your mother tongue if you think someone will like to read your code in the future, will be understanding your mother tongue. Yeah. So arguments, those ones will know. Now, a single line program comment is like the one which was here. You use this to comment. For instance, let's say this is a method. This is a class. A class must have this keyword. It could be public or private. Private means it can't be accessed from another project or another class or another something of the sort. Then the name of the class is here. Then we have this opening brace. It must be closed. If I don't close it, I'll have an error. You see, it must be closed. Always. It must close. Then we have a comment. No, I mean we have a method. This is the main method. This is where everything begins. When you load when this project runs, it first comes to the main method. See what's there. Then it's when it goes to look for some other things. Now, as usual, the first project we make is Hello World. The first program written is Hello World. Now, to print on the screen, you must write it inside the class. Inside the class, we use this to print. You could print Hello World just for formality. Hello World. Computer science. Now, this is a statement in programming. Every statement must end up with a semicolon. Semicolon. It must end up with a semicolon. Now, this, we could comment this and say, this line is printing to the screen. Not the screen really, but to the console. Of course, you'll see what you printed. Now, that's a simple project. Let's run and see the output. To run, you click the green icon here, then it will run. Taking a while, but I see output will come. It's taking quite a long time, but we should be able to see the output. I don't know why. built successfully and it ran successfully, and we can now see the output. The output is here, hello world. We could change something inside this class. Oh, this computer must be overworked today, that's why it's saying, yeah, we changed. Or I could try and guess your name. I could guess your name, maybe a James or Peter or Fatuma. Let me run and see the output. Here, it's almost giving us the output. Yeah, you could see. That's our hello world, and you've written your first project, your first program, of course. Now, I don't know whether this video will be long if I talk of another thing, but I never intended it to be long. So Java is interesting. Continue learning Java and enjoy. In the next video, I'm going to talk about variables. I'm going to talk about variables. I'm going to talk about methods. Operators, I don't know the spelling, kitu kama hiyo. And I'm going to talk about if statements. Those are looping statements, decision making statements, very necessary. So I'm glad to see you next. I just wanted to introduce what Java is and how to program in Java. So I liked NetBeans for Java, but of course I use Android Studio, PHP Storm and all that. Okay, bye.